Well, I grew up in South Africa for the first 23 years of my life, and then I came out here for a working holiday and decided I liked it and stayed. My wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, she fell pregnant and had a kid, and we had to put her up for adoption because we couldn't do anything else. I mean, I was living in South Africa and she was, we didn't have at that stage residency in Australia, and so so that was another lousy thing that happened. But she did find us. She found us 9 years ago, and it's fantastic. She's got 2 full-blood sisters, and we all get on very well. Which is great. Well, I had a pretty normal life up until about 10. Pretty normal suburban life. And then I was probably, like my old man had a drinking problem. When I was about 8, I realised, there's a problem there. Drinking and gambling, That was his 2 loves, drinking and gambling, and we ended up having to move from a pretty normal suburban life, house, because of his problems, and moving to really bad areas, down at the docks and really rough shithouse areas, bloody living in shitty hotels, with bloody hookers and Christ knows what. When I was 15, close to 16, I found my mother dead in bed. She died of a heart attack. And when I was 17, my brother, he went to jail for stealing cars. And when I was 18, I was drafted in the army. Then when I was 19, I got out of the army, and then 2 weeks after I got out of the army, the old man died, lung cancer. I think I should have lighted another cigarette. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, the world is more violent now than it ever has been. Nobody takes responsibility. There's all excuses. These kids get caught doing something and they get youth counselling, Young Offenders Act, and they just get a slap on the wrist, they go out and they do it again. It happens all the time, Some guy goes out and knifes somebody, and then, some shyster lawyer comes along and says, the poor kid, his parents divorced when he was 14, Like, that's an excuse. That's bullshit. Shit happens. I had a lot of shit happen in my life. I never went around bloody bashing people or killing people or raping or anything like that. You just got to say, well, that's life. Get over it, sort of thing,